Why people hate capitalism. 8 wrong reasons. Capitalism is a system that has garnered its fair share of critics, with many individuals harboring strong anti-capitalist sentiments. These individuals then become easy prey for Marxists and statists who love big government and power to use as pawns in their own power game. The disdain for capitalism often stems from flawed assumptions and misconceptions. In truth, the reasons behind their hatred of capitalism are fundamentally misguided. In examining the factors that fuel the animosity toward capitalism, it becomes apparent that some arguments carry a semblance of truth, while others rest upon economic fallacies. We will explore common misconceptions that underlie the opposition to capitalism. By delving into these flawed notions, we aim to shed light on the virtues of capitalism and illustrate the importance of an informed perspective. Hating capitalism for inequality. Capitalism does not create inequality, but rather reflects the diverse talents, ambitions, and efforts within society. Man is created unequally, and in a free system those unique talents, traits, luck, and God's will are able to be put on display. It is important to understand that capitalism has a remarkable track record in lifting billions of people out of poverty and improving living standards. By fostering economic growth, job creation, and innovation, free markets under capitalism generate wealth and expand opportunities for individuals to improve their circumstances. Critics often overlook the core principle of meritocracy in capitalism. Rewards are based on individual contributions, talents, and entrepreneurial spirit, incentivizing hard work, innovation, and competition. Capitalism enables individuals to rise above their initial circumstances and achieve success regardless of their background. Studies consistently demonstrate the existence of social mobility within capitalist societies, offering individuals the chance to climb the socioeconomic ladder through entrepreneurship and personal responsibility. Indeed, it is nature, not capitalism, that makes man unequal. Hating capitalism for monopoly. The notion that capitalism fosters monopolies is a common criticism. Capitalism thrives on competition within free markets, driving innovation, efficiency, and consumer choice. There are few if any monopolies, nor have there ever really been a great deal of monopolies with or without government intervention. Contrary to the belief in concentrated wealth and power, capitalism encourages entrepreneurs to outperform rivals, ensuring constant challenges to monopolistic positions. Government intervention often perpetuates monopolies, stemming from flawed regulations and cronyism, rather than being inherent to capitalism itself. Keep in mind that the government is the ultimate monopoly with the power to imprison and kill, whereas corporate monopolies have little to no power. Moreover, on a long enough timeline, the market gets rid of all monopolies through technology. As an example, technology may have created an electrical monopoly, but eventually technology would allow us to buy solar panels to break that monopoly. Thus, on a long enough timeline, capitalism breaks every monopoly through the creation of new technologies. Hating capitalism for the wealthy buying the state. The influence of the wealthy on society has been a long-standing phenomenon, transcending economic systems. While capitalism is often criticized for enabling wealth-driven influence, it is essential to examine the complexities and consider alternative solutions. By exploring historical examples and the impact of state size on wealth influence, we can shed light on the importance of a limited state in curbing undue influence. Throughout history, the wealthy have exerted influence over society, irrespective of economic systems. The wealthy rule all societies today and throughout history, and most of those societies can hardly be construed as capitalistic. This suggests that the ability to buy societal influence is not exclusive to capitalism, but rather a broader phenomenon. The size and scope of the state play a significant role in wealth influence. When the state has extensive resources, it becomes more susceptible to manipulation by the wealthy. Advocating for a limited state can create an environment where the wealthy face greater difficulty in exerting influence over societal affairs. Historical evidence suggests that when the state's share of spending is minimal, the ability of the rich to buy influence is constrained. For example, in the early 1900 seconds, when the state accounted for only 1% of spending, the wealthy had limited power to sway government decisions. This underscores the importance of limiting the state's involvement and reducing its capacity to distribute substantial resources for personal gain. Hating capitalism because they think wealth is zero-sum. Wealth is not a zero-sum game. The idea that one person's gain must come at the expense of another's loss does not hold true in the context of wealth. Does one person's happiness lead to another person's misery? Similarly, wealth can be created and expanded, benefiting multiple individuals simultaneously. Capitalism, with its emphasis on entrepreneurship, innovation, and free markets, has proven to be a powerful driver of wealth creation. The example of the past 20 years in countries like India and China demonstrates the potential for widespread economic advancement. During this period, billions of people in these countries have experienced significant improvements in their living standards and economic well-being. This growth in wealth did not come at the expense of people in the US or Europe. Instead, it resulted from the expansion of economic opportunities, technological advancements, and market participation. The notion that capitalism will lead to a world where everyone can become wealthy is not unfounded. Advancements in technology, such as artificial intelligence, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and sustainable energy sources like solar power, have the potential to revolutionize economies and uplift societies. These technologies can unlock new avenues for wealth creation, drive economic growth, and eliminate poverty on a global scale. By harnessing the power of these emerging technologies and embracing the principles of capitalism, we have the opportunity to create a future where wealth and prosperity are more accessible to all. However, it is important to recognize that achieving widespread wealth requires not only technological advancements, but also a commitment to inclusive economic policies, social investments, and equitable distribution of resources. Hating capitalism for greed. Capitalism did not create greed. Greed is a subjective term that predates capitalism. By examining history, we find that greed exists across different economic systems. However, capitalism uniquely channels self-interest for societal benefit, leading to cost reduction, innovation, and widespread advantages. Greed is subjective, varying from person to person. Labeling an entire economic system as driven by greed oversimplifies the complexity of human motivations. Greed has been observed throughout history in various economic systems, demonstrating its universality beyond capitalism. Capitalism puts greed to good use. Capitalism harnesses self-interest for societal benefit. Through competition and profit-seeking, it encourages efficient solutions, innovation, and improved value for consumers. Capitalism aligns individual self-interest with societal benefits. It incentivizes entrepreneurship, job creation, and economic growth, transforming greed into a force for innovation and progress. Greed cannot be solely attributed to capitalism, as it is a universal human trait. However, capitalism effectively utilizes self-interest to drive positive change. By fostering competition and innovation, it transforms greed into a catalyst for advancements that benefit individuals and society as a whole. Hating capitalism for poverty. There are those that think that capitalism forces us to live in a world where some are rich and others are poor. They look at the world and see a poor country and think that their poverty must come from another country being rich. Critics often blame capitalism for poverty, but it's important to understand that poverty has existed throughout history. Capitalism has actually played a significant role in reducing poverty through economic growth and innovation. By recognizing capitalism's transformative power, we can dispel the notion that it causes poverty and acknowledge its potential for prosperity. Poverty has been a persistent issue in societies across economic systems. Even before capitalism, capitalism has provided avenues for economic progress by promoting entrepreneurship, free markets, and private property rights. Historically, poverty was prevalent in pre-capitalist societies due to limited economic freedom and inequality. Capitalism, in contrast, offers opportunities for individuals to escape poverty through hard work and market participation. Capitalism's ability to generate wealth and alleviate poverty lies in its promotion of economic growth and innovation. It creates job opportunities, income generation, and improved living standards. The solution to poverty lies in embracing capitalism's principles globally, such as opening markets, embracing free trade, and fostering entrepreneurship. Empowering individuals and expanding economic freedoms can lead to widespread prosperity. Hating capitalism for environmental degradation. Critics of capitalism often blame it for environmental degradation, but it is crucial to understand the dynamic nature of the environment and the universal need for resource consumption. Environmental changes and resource utilization have existed long before capitalism, and humans, like other organisms, engage in resource consumption as a part of survival and growth. The environment is constantly changing and adapting. Ecosystems evolve, landscapes reshape, and species interact in complex ways. It is essential to question whether humans are destroying nature or participating in ongoing processes of resource utilization and adaptation. Resource consumption is inherent to all life forms, not just capitalism. Humans and other organisms have utilized resources for sustenance and growth since before capitalism. Resource acquisition and utilization are fundamental characteristics of all organisms. Mitigating environmental degradation requires collective efforts beyond blaming a specific economic system. Responsible resource management, sustainable practices, and a culture of environmental stewardship are essential, transcending economic boundaries. Instead of solely blaming capitalism, it is important to embrace a broader perspective that acknowledges the shared responsibility of all life forms in shaping the environment. Humans have a unique opportunity and responsibility to manage their impact on the environment through sustainable practices and embracing technologies that minimize harm. Hating capitalism for materialism and consumerism. Critics of capitalism argue that it promotes materialism and consumerism, but it is important to understand that these behaviors are not inherent to the economic system itself. Capitalism offers a range of products and services, but individual choices and societal values heavily influence materialism and consumerism. The great philosophies and religions all warn against materials, and those religions and philosophies predate capitalism by 1,000 seconds of years. Materialism and consumerism exist in various societies, regardless of their economic system. The desire for material possessions and improved quality of life is a universal human inclination. It is crucial to separate this broader inclination from the specific influence of capitalism on these behaviors. Capitalism provides a platform for a diverse array of choices in the marketplace. However, it does not impose specific values on individuals. People determine their level of materialism and consumerism based on personal beliefs, priorities, and cultural influences. Materialism and consumerism are not inherent to capitalism, but influenced by broader societal factors. Capitalism allows individuals to make choices and prioritize their values. Addressing the broader influences, cultural norms, and individual responsibilities is crucial when discussing materialism and consumerism. By promoting conscious consumer choices, sustainability, and non-material aspects of life, individuals can embrace the benefits of capitalism while mitigating its potential negative impacts. The free market is amazing. Societal issues often attributed to capitalism are not inherent to the economic system itself. Capitalism did not force the world to adopt fiat, debt-based currency. Capitalism did not force people to have central banks. Capitalism did not force the state to grow and give away corporate welfare. Distortions and interventions, such as excessive state control and cronyism, are to blame. Capitalism embodies the principles of freedom and liberty, fostering a free market where ideas, goods, and services can be exchanged without coercion. It is a remarkable force that not only encourages mutual exchange, but also plays a pivotal role in uplifting societies and enhancing the wealth of individuals. Capitalism, at its core, promotes voluntary exchange, free markets, and individual freedom. It does not force individuals into debt or require central banking. The current version of capitalism needs reform to foster genuine principles of limited government interference, fair competition, and individual rights protection. By embracing these principles, we can unleash capitalism's transformative power for prosperity, innovation, and personal responsibility.